Hey, it's Robert Naini, your spray foam advisor. This week I want to talk about professionalism and working with customers. So, working with customers, the number one key to that experience or to that process is the customer experience. You're going to win more business and you're going to get more referrals if the customer experience is great. If the customer experience is at a high level, if they're happy, if they enjoy the process, if it's very easy for them, right? If it's easy for them, regardless of what it takes for you, if it's easy for them and if it's a good customer experience, you're going to win more business and you're going to get better referrals and you're going to get more referrals. So that's all part of your process. You have to focus on how do you increase, how do you make the customer experience the best that you can possibly make it. So this week I was, working on my house and had a random knock on the door on a Wednesday afternoon, and it was a guy who was making cold calls in the area, and he noticed that we had some mildew and some moss growing on the side of our house. So we hadn't been able to clean yet. We hadn't gotten to it yet, and he offered to clean it. And so he gives me his pitch. He kind of, he pitches me. He makes the offer, tells me what he's going to do, gives me the price, go through the conversation, and and I ended up working with him primarily because he gave us an amazing price. He gave us a pretty big discount, but specifically because he wanted to develop a relationship and do more work on other properties because as a real estate investor, I do have other properties, and he wanted to stay in touch, give us a good price up front, and then work with me in the future on other projects at this house, but also other properties that I have around. And so I gave him a shot, give him a chance to work. But one of the tips I gave to him the following day when he came by to actually do the work and actually do part of the cleaning of the exterior, one of the tips I gave to him was about professionalism and attire, his dress. When he showed up to my door the first day, he was in old ratty shorts and a button up, like almost Hawaiian shirt, and but it was not didn't look like it was clean. It was not tucked. He looked very disheveled. He just wasn't very presentable, and he didn't give off a positive appearance impression. And so one of the tips I gave to him is that he can improve his appearance to his customers, to his prospects, especially when he's out cold calling and knocking on doors and making an offer randomly without knowing the homeowners. First impressions are critical. And that impression of appearance, that first impression of appearance, before he ever opens his mouth, I'm making a judgment. The customer's making a judgment. And his appearance did not fall in line with his capabilities or skills. Turns out that he's excellent at the process, at actually doing the work, at the solution that he uses, the tools that he uses, the actual cleaning process, what's involved. The before and after is amazing, and he he really knew what he was doing, but he didn't dress the part. He didn't look like he knew what he was doing. And if I had been to anybody else, or if I had not really been interested, if I wasn't an investor looking for people to work with on projects, looking for contractors, and always open to contractors, I would have just passed him by. I would have just told him no. But because I asked some questions and we had about a 20-minute conversation, just me drilling him with questions. Turns out he was very knowledgeable, even though my first impression was very low of him because of his appearance. So today's tip is make sure that your salesmen, make sure the people that are out in the market representing you, this even goes for your applicators on site, because how many times does a builder show up on site and meet your applicators, or a code official, or maybe even somebody from across the street comes over to see what's going on site, to see the job, and they encounter your applicators. So everybody in your organization that's outward facing that might come in contact with a customer or a prospect, you have to keep in mind what their first impressions they give off from a visual appearance standpoint, right? That's the overall concept behind today's message. So keep in mind what what people are thinking when they meet your people in the field, and this goes for everybody. Anyone that could possibly interact with a customer or a prospect, they are going to give off an impression, and they are representing you and your company. What impression do you want them to give off? Thanks. This has been Robert Naini with Spray Foam Advisor. Join us on some more videos. Take care.